Hey folks, so today I just want to make a video about my Amazon FBA journey and how I got to where I am today, right? Now, I became a successful Amazon FBA seller because something that happened way back when I actually was still, I think I was just in secondary school or maybe just finished. So I was buying machinery, okay? And as part of that machinery, I used to be left with a lot of different bits of tooling and things like that. And I used to give it all away with the machines. I used to sell the machine and you got the tools for free, right? Now, that might seem okay, but I actually was leaving a lot of money on the table. So someone said to me once, he suggested that instead of giving the tools away, perhaps I should sell them separately because they're valuable. And it got me thinking, do you know what? I think he's right. Okay. So I started listing these tools on eBay and I was out socializing one night. So I must have been maybe first year college and I had my phone. And I remember vividly, right, where I was, everything, right? I remember the pub, it was very busy. I was having a good time. I remember my phone bleeped. And I just picked up the phone, I had a look, and I seen that email. You know that email we all get, or that notification, and it says, you've got funds. It's from PayPal. And I had just received a payment for over £750. And it was at that point I realized that, you know what, when I grow up, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do, but at this point, I now know I'm going to sell online in some shape or form because I wanted more of that. I seen and I felt, you know what, I am now able to sell items without being physically involved in the sale. What do I mean by that? I don't have to convince someone that they need to buy this product by talking to them. That's what I was doing beforehand with the machines. I was doing a deal, which was great. Sales, it's brilliant, right? But this point in time, I don't have to do that. Like, I create a good offer, a good listing. The person comes on, it's one to many. The person comes on, they buy the product, they decide, right? All I do is make a change, make it better, but then they buy, right? I don't need to talk to them really, right? At least in eBay, you might answer the odd question, but it's very basic, right? So that happened, and I was like, okay, I want to do more of this, right? But I didn't know how. I didn't have any, guidance in that fact, right? I just thought this was pretty cool, right? But I never gave any more thought to like private labor or anything like that because I didn't realize that was even a thing. So flash forward a few years, I'd finished my undergraduate and I'd finished my master's. And I was a bit lost. I was looking for something to do. I was trying different business ideas because I was entrepreneurial, right? I was always one of these people that, you know what, if I wanted something, I would think, okay, well, if I sell this, do that, get this done, then I'll have enough money, right? I was never used to someone giving me money. I was always used to making money, right? Making it, generating it, right? Not necessarily earning it, just generating it, right? Which I suppose is earning really. But anyway, I'd finished my master's, my undergraduate, and I was a bit lost. I got introduced to someone who was a successful Amazon seller. Now, this person, along with selling their own products and being very successful at that, was also mentoring people on how to do the same, right? And again, my thoughts on Amazon at the time was that you buy books on it. Like that, I hadn't bought on Amazon, or rather my parents hadn't. That's how long ago it was, since maybe 2001, 2002, like buying a book, right? So anyways, he suggested I could sell on Amazon because he said you will generate a foundation, an income foundation, then you can go and do other stuff. Because at this point, I was still very interested in doing other things, right? So then I decided, right, that, okay, well, I want to do this. And he said, well, do my course, right? It covers everything, right? So I said, okay. And I actually invested in his course. He said originally that I could have it for free. And then he said, no, do you know what? You should pay for it. And that wasn't him trying to get extra money or anything. That was because he realized that if I didn't pay for something, I wouldn't value it. It's just, think about anything in your life. If you get it for free, you don't value it, right? So I paid for the course and I started going through it, right? And I spent about a month kind of learning the, research process, kind of figuring out how it all works, watching the modules. And I had never done anything like this before. I'd never bought an online course. I never even thought about it. I was one of these people that always thought it was a scam, right? But now I realize it's not. Like, if you want to learn something, find an online course on it. That's the way I do it. Anyway, I bought the course and I started going through it. And I ended up finding this, right? There, you can see it there now. That is my very first product, right? You might be wondering, what is it? It's a dog whistle, right? That's how boring and simple and just ridiculous that item is, right? Like, it really, a dog whistle. Like, I'm not into dog. I like dogs, but I'm not into dogs. So I found a supplier in China and I created a pack. My pack was a twin pack of that product, right? And I ordered it, and I think it was about $1,000 I paid, right? So I invested $1,000 into this product. The product landed in from China in a big box. There's 150 units in each box, and I sent them into Amazon, right? And it was St. Patrick's Day in 2016, and I remember just checking my phone, on the Amazon Seller Central app, and I was just flicking through it, right? And I remember just seeing a sale come in, and I was like, nah, that couldn't be right. That's probably a mistake. But actually, it turns out it wasn't a mistake. It was a genuine sale, that someone had bought something that I had made, I had designed. Someone had bought something, right? And from there, I've just literally continually added more products, right? Some have done well, some have not done so well, but it's just been a continual evolution of how I do things, the way I do research, the way I look at things. It has changed so much since 2016, but it's still all about adding products. And that's what I'm doing now as well. Like, I'm literally adding more products all the time. I'm in business with a good friend of mine. We are working together to just keep growing this business, and you can really see the trajectory. Like, when you actually put effort into it, you can see how it compounds month on month, right? So that was my story. That's how I got started. Like, in the meantime, I've expanded. So that was just the UK. I've went into the Europe. I've went into the US. I went into Canada. But really, that's the story. It's learning how to do that first product. I learned how to do that. And then I just kept doing it, kept repeating, getting better, talking to suppliers, getting better at research, learning new types of research, new ways to find opportunities, learning about creative, just doing all these things to make sure my listings and what I'm doing works the best. So if you want to learn more about this, if you're interested in this, there's two things you can do. Number one, hit the subscribe button. And number two, go join my academy. It's a training programs, 30 days, rolling. So it's every 30 days you renew. It's where we come together. People that are doing this, people that are at the beginning stages like I was back in 2016, and myself and my team, we help you, if that's you, to find your first product, to check its profitability, to talk to a supplier, and get it imported and get it selling. And we've had many success stories inside our community. It's a small community, but it's a nice community. So you can find the link here. And yeah, it is doable. It's still doable, just like it was in 2016. It's as doable now in 2024 and beyond. So yeah, folks, I'm looking forward to putting out more videos for you guys. And if you want any videos, anything you're not sure about, put them down below as well. I'll be glad to help. All right, talk soon.